Hello, and a really warm welcome to Indigo Brave's Imbolc newsletter. It's in your inboxes, but this is for people who really prefer to listen rather than to read, and perhaps for busy people who are doing something else at the same time. Thank you for welcoming me into your ears, and perhaps on the visuals as well. So Imbolc is a wonderful festival. It marks the halfway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. And it's Imbolc in the Celtic calendar, but it's Candlemas in the Christian calendar, the returning of the beginnings of light. In Ireland, it's Saint Bridget's feast day, and it marks the beginning of spring, although it doesn't really feel like that here just yet. St. Bridget was an amazing woman, a master dairy woman and brewer, and also a trailblazer for women in the church. Her story is often merged with those pre-Christian goddesses, the goddess of Bridget or Brig, but more of that another day. She's also the patron saint of learning. So to celebrate Bridget and Imbolc, we're offering a free workshop to everyone who joins our free community space. Who knows, it might make 2026 a really growthful year for you. It's going to be on Thursday, the 12th of February, and it is all about Indigo Brave's signature model and the core of our work for nearly 30 years. It will be 30 years later this year. And yeah, the workshop's called Worth First, Why You're Already Worthy. So it's at the middle of the day, 12:30. So hoping that lines up with you being able to take a lunch break and do some exciting nurturing for yourself. So a little bit about Imbolc and what we can learn from this time of year. So spring isn't yet here, but it will be here, probably quicker than we think. And although it's the first day of spring, it's the welcome of spring. What I really want us to notice is that this is a transition. So we're coming out of winter and into spring, and our bodies are changing because our bodies are in touch with the deep intelligence of the earth. So the deep intelligence within us is resonant with the deep intelligence as we shift towards the light. That means that our circadian rhythms are going to be changing, our hormones are going to be repatterning. So we must be careful. We mustn't rush towards spring. We must be really careful of those last remnants of winter and consciously enjoy them. What gifts are there in those last days of winter that we can really absorb? It's a time for me to make sure I'm still resting, sleeping as much as I dare, nourishing myself with the warm soups, the stews, the slow cooked deliciousness, which makes things really easy for our body to digest. Really look after yourself as the seasons shift. It's also a very likely time for viruses. That transition time, it tends to be when we're a little bit weaker. We're not as grounded in a certain season. So be careful of your own pathogen resistance and make sure that that chi bubble that keeps those things out is really, really strong. Because as quick as we like, it's going to be the new moon on the 17th of February, and bang, that's the Chinese New Year. It's going to be the energy of Fire Horse, and I really think things are going to take off and go full steam ahead. And I love horse riding. I'm a big, big fan, but I also know that without being very centered, calm, and grounded, horse riding can be a very wild experience indeed, possibly a dangerous one. So I'm going to be breathing in these last moments of rest, quiet contemplation, and making sure that I am as resourced as possible for whatever lies ahead. I don't really think anybody quite knows what is round the corner. So this newsletter is to nurture you in those things. There's a lovely article on big fires start small, how to nurture those tiny sparks of inspiration as we move into spring. There's a beautiful article on love. So of course it's February. It's the month of love. We're often thinking roses, cards, romantic gestures, but what's love really about? And what are we celebrating? Fantastic quote that I hold close to my heart. Love isn't the work of the tender and the gentle. Love is the work of wrestlers. Rumi. So yeah, there's some really deep wisdom in there, and a beautiful article on love is not just a feeling. Another article on self-love, because that is something very close to our heart and very deeply embedded in the Indigo Brave model. So something that we'll be looking at there in depth. And then a wonderful poem, an adaptation, actually. Thank you, Sue Hetherington, for your wonderful work. And it so inspired me. It's a little bit of an adaptation for Imbolc. Uh, yeah, there's that there for you to listen to. And the wonderful song, Massive Attack. Teardrop is what we've chosen for this month's newsletter. So enjoy, and I hope you get to listen to the other articles or perhaps read them. I'll hope to see you on Worth First, a free seminar looking at why you're already worthy.